What's up, guys? Swift here covering everything Chicago Bears, and there are rumors swirling that the Bears could be on HBO's Hard Knocks series this summer, a show that goes behind the scenes in the locker room and gives fans an up close and personal look at their football team. So, as a fan, why are the Bears in the rumors? And what are the likelihood it actually happens? Let's get right into it. One of the reasons I've mentioned the Bears appearing on Hard Knocks this offseason is likely is because the chances are actually pretty good when you look into it. The program has always worked where teams can volunteer to be on the show, and that is how the NFL and HBO have operated for the most part. But they have two criteria that come into play if they want to force a team to do the show, which is what they do if nobody volunteers. Those two factors are simply not making the playoffs the last 2 years and not being on Hard Knocks yet or within the last 10 years. The Bears are on that list. The only two other teams are the Broncos and the Saints. So if no team volunteers for the show, and we're running out of time, I think that has to be announced sometime this month or in early June, then the NFL is forced to choose between the Broncos, Bears, and the Saints. If you're asking which one of those teams would draw the largest fan base and the best content, it's easily the Chicago Bears. The Broncos, they were mediocre last season and don't have a lot of hope for a resurgence this year. They have a QB battle between Zach Wilson and Bo Nix going into training camp. What about the New Orleans Saints? 3 straight years of mediocre football without the playoffs. They finished 9-8, 7-10, and 9-8 in the last 3 years, but failed to reach the playoffs all 3 seasons. We know what that's like as Bears fans. I would find it pretty hard to get excited if Hard Knocks was featuring Derek Carr and the uninspiring Saints. Nothing against the franchise, but they aren't really an exciting team this year. Their big free agent signing was Chase Young on a 1 year deal. They drafted Tali Fuaga and Kool-Aid McKinstry. I would definitely prefer to watch the Saints over the Broncos, though, but that's just it. The NFL has a decision to make here. So far, in my opinion, Hard Knocks hasn't really lived up to the potential that it could be. I think choosing the Chicago Bears to be on the show would draw a significant amount of hype, and as far as us fans are concerned, we could get some closer looks at how Ryan Poles runs the ship differently than our past front offices. We could get to know the players and coaches better, and I think most fans would really love it. And from a media perspective, the Chicago Bears have been the talk of the NFL world now for 2 straight off seasons after having the number one pick in back to back years. And now we have a ton of storylines to follow heading into training camp. The number one pick in the draft, the number 9 pick in the draft, the draft's best punter, as well as some new stars brought in this offseason, such as Keenan Allen and DeAndre Swift. What about a new offensive staff led by Shane Waldron, a new defensive coordinator? And we have legit reasons to believe that this team is on the right track and the future of this team is bright. We could also showcase Ian Cunningham and let other teams see how involved in the process he really is. Not to mention talks of a new Bears stadium, and this city is buzzing with excitement for the Chicago Bears. You put that on Hard Knocks, and fans will watch. Now, a level of distraction comes with that as well. And I think a lot of fans really don't want that distraction. We want to win games this year. But it might also be a good way to get some of those distractions out of the way before the season even starts. Get that done in training camp. Let Caleb Williams and Romo Dunze and the new guys deal with all the distractions early on. And then once the season starts, we can just play football. I'm pretty impartial. If the Bears aren't on it, I'm probably not going to watch. But if the Bears are on Hard Knocks, I would have to watch that myself. In other Bears media news, there are rumors that they could be lifting the ban on some of these training camp videos that they've had in the past few years. Nothing is official yet, but there is a rumor going around that we might have more access to videos and pictures at training camp this year. I'll let you guys know if anything more comes of it. That's all for today. Let me know what you guys think. Please remember to hit the like button for me. And until next time, bear down.